We're live now. It's been just a bunch of degeneracy for the last 20 minutes, but it's good. It's good.
We're talking about tacos.
We're all together.
Tacos.
We're all
And
together
nothing
at
else.
last. We're all together at last, and that's what's important. That's what means the most. Welcome everyone. This is DieFall, Ruin, Lapis. I always forget at least one thing, and today it is having my little spiel up. That's what I forgot today. Wow, good for me. Though I did find that the deck of many on Roll20 functions again, so that's nice. That's good stuff. We like that. And chat, thank you guys so much for the hype train. We have multiple things that have happened already, and I will try to keep track of them as well as possible. We have another draw for cases, so we're gonna do that. Hang on, that's gonna be a card, and then we have other card. Stella got a nat 20. Rob got a reroll. Stella also got a card. Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
So much
that's where
cool
we're at right
stuff.
now. So thank you very much for all the support, and we're just kicking off. Never mind, I lied. There's a card for D'Angelo too. Okay, here we go.
Thank
I just make sure I didn't forget
That's
that. Thank
good.
you, Emma. Perfect. So that's good. I'm gonna do my spiel before I forget. DieFall presents Ruin, an original 5th edition D&D cooperative campaign featuring 3 odysseys to escape hell. 3 parties embark on unique journeys through the many layers of hell where their actions will lead to consequences where I adjust this camera for one another. Welcome, Team Lapis. First, you can invoke Fate by using ! Fate for various effects. $2 for +2 to a roll, $5 for a reroll, $10 for a natural 20, $20 for a draw from the deck of many, and $69 to invoke Chaos. Please be sure to identify the players you want to influence at the table. Second, every 10 retweets on the Go Live tweet will grant a nat 20 to a random player at the table. You can find the tweet linked in the chat probably now. Probably. Third, patrons may participate in various mini games within the Shard of Discord. Thank you, Puddin'. The central location of our campaign. These mini games affect world building, story setting, NPCs, and future events. ! Patreon in the chat for more information. We are going up on month 3. We'll have month 3 resolution in about 2 weeks, which is actually pretty good. And I'll be updating updating the rules, what we've been playing with, and making them a little bit more granular. It's fun though. It's like an RTS game with your friends in Patreon. It's nice. So welcome. Hi. This is interesting in that Lapis has gotten to go twice in a row without any other interference from any other parties at all, which is nice. So we're all caught up. Everyone's like even across the board now. On the completion of this episode, everyone's kind of like in the same spot. And I like
As
that.
we
It's
planned
very
it.
good. Yes.
Yeah,
As
totally
it was
planned.
all
It was
planned.
strategic.
So everyone's fighting the cops? Is that right? Is it-
Honestly, one of the groups may have beaten the cops. That is, they
We abolishing the police out here.
They
Okay,
do.
all right,
Fucking love
let's
to
go.
see it.
Let's okay.
yeah, we'll see how that pans out next Thursday. That's Crimson. They may have done some things. Yeah. So
Crimson did some crimes.
they
would you
did some.
say?
They did lots of crimes.
Crimes.
They did lots and lots of crimes, and I don't think the crimes are over yet either, which is a whole thing on its own. That being said, Liv, I guess you're exempt from potentially volunteering to do a recap, unless you'd like to do so. You know, you just want to volunteer out of the goodness of your heart to
No.
try and okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right, fantastic. Mr. Snakeboy gets a card as well. Today's a day. All right, today is a day. I need to draw some cards. Jesus. Does anyone want to volunteer to do a little bit of a recap, or do you want me to do it? I may have spoken too soon about the decks not being broken. Let me go get the deck. Hang on.
Oh my god, are we taking over? Anyway, hey everybody.
So what we were talking about before we started,
What's what kind of food I should order?
Also, what's your horoscope? What's your sign?
Unfortunately, we have our physical deck. Okay.
I was going to talk about the creepiest things that to buy
I saw
at a
some
store.
nose ghosting. Did it get resolved?
I want to talk about how pretty Liv is.
Oh.
Shut up.
I'm so pretty.
Okay.
No.
Would you like to? Is that part of the recap, or are we just talking about how pretty Liv is?
Yeah, that's the recap, start to finish.
Okay.
The
Fantastic.
end.
Wonderful. I love that.
Well, thanks for
us.
watching, everybody.
Bye.
Subscribe. Wow.
Mwah. That's great. Okay. Well, I guess I'll do it. There's not really a whole lot to
We mostly
talk
just
about
got beat up.
for the last time. Yeah, pretty much just got beat up. We were hanging out at the Whispering Prince Inn and Tavern, having some conversations with various different NPCs, the most important of which being one tiny little gnome named Big Noodle. He's got a big noodle. Got a big noodle.
No way.
Yeah. So he was pretty good, and he invited you to go with him to the Equinox Athenium, which is this library, supposedly where all magic is housed. All of it. Pretty daunting task there, I think, for one building. And he is a caretaker there. So he was offering to kind of show you around, and as a thanks for buying him a drink and talking to him about one of his friends that may or may not have gotten stabbed by an orcish spear inside of a prison. Maybe. The evening of rest was interrupted by two shadowy demons, called forth by the power of this particular deck and some very angry gods somewhere, against both Kaya and Skithris. The party was able to band together and put down the force after a time. Kaya, also due to the power of the deck, lost a lot of belongings, clothes, and money. Getzal, however, was just naked by choice. And that's kind of what we did. We ended with you guys leaving the Whispering Prince Inn and Tavern, finding out that some stuff's gone down while you were sleeping. A large red mist is covering the westward side of this district, closer to what you know as the Anwa Gate, a direction towards the Anwa Ward, and you note that there are guards in that direction as well. Rumor has it that the gate to Anwa is closed. Additionally, there are many different guards throughout the city, wearing the customary grays and blacks of this district, as well as some in a purplish hue, ostensibly from somewhere else that we haven't really discovered yet, that we're heading towards the previous prison location, Eve Lake, where our friends busted out of, and where maybe a hive of, like, weird monsters has come to occupy. So they are looking to secure the location, maybe. Chaos abounds. It's great. It's wonderful here. So that's kind of where we find ourselves, right outside of the Whispering Prince Inn and Tavern. I'll go ahead and drag our players back to the map on the quarter. And you know what, chat? I'll give you a little look-see as well. I made a couple of little updates here, adding the locations of some of the monsters here in the top left at Eve Lake, the locations of some of these soldiers, as well as guard patrols in the now heavily patrolled district. At the very bottom here, just outside the Whispering Prince Inn and Tavern, is where we do find our party, and where Kaya did go on a bit of a shopping trip to try and buy cloaks and disguises for our party members, since they are being hunted down. It looks like there are sketches and wanted posters for people who have caused chaos up at Eve Lake. And Skithris put himself into a large trash receptacle because he's a 15-foot-long snake man and rather noticeable. That's where we begin. So, party, what would you like to do? Good.
Do we need a cart to carry this trash can around?
It's fine. I think it would look suspicious. It shouldn't take that long to check a book out of the library.
So you're just going to stay here while we go to the library?
Don't know
You're
if
not
that's
a-
necessarily the best idea.
It's. I like. I like Cases like picks up Fire Baby with like her bare hands and just. It feels like. It feels like leaving this one all by themselves. That would just spell disaster. And she just like looks over at Skithris. I feel like they're kind of the same. I just feel like if we leave Skithris by himself, something's gonna happen. Maybe it's not his fault, but something's gonna happen.
Why are you talking about me as if I weren't right here?
Cases still does not look at Skithris. It just looks at Kaya head on.
That's kind of mean, if you ask me.
We could like.
But then again, I'm from the jungle.
We could start a fire and that'd be a distraction. And just go to the library, right? That would attract everyone over there.
The solution is always burn something down. It just never fails.
I mean, is it effective?
Maybe just kind of like stomps its little feet, like I do all the goddamn work around here.
I do not think we necessarily need another distraction. It seems that this district has a lot going on already.
Right. I think the best way to stay out of sight is by doing something fairly mundane, like going to a library. Put those cards down, so help me.
Or so help me.
So help
You're
me.
grounded.
The vibe right now is in a situation where it's extremely dire and everyone's like man at arms over at the prison to like hold back the monsters, or are there actual like units of town guards searching for
Yeah.
them?
So if you take a look at the map that you have around here, every little like one-man town guard is like a representative of a patrol. Yes, the district right now is heavily patrolled. It seems that it's like doubled in its force size, mostly due to this these guards that are wearing the like kind of purplish and gold colored uniforms, which is something you are not yet familiar with. However, the larger concentrations of like actual soldiers are definitely up at Eve Lake Prison and at the southwestern gate here to the Anwa Ward.
I mean, another option is we could knock out a few guards, take their gear, and sneak in. Maybe.
I will once again reiterate the fact that I have the body of a snake.
Didn't anywhere, yes. That is very useful.
We could play the whole "you're our prisoner" bit, and then
That seems slightly unwise, as I believe the posters insinuated that I was with other individuals.
How easy is it for us to? Because I mean, right now, looking at the map, it's kind of easy to pinpoint where these patrols
Again,
are.
very general, right? Like they would be moving around. It's just trying to show you that this place has patrols that did not exist yesterday.
But
Right.
I guess kind of where my brain is going is like if I on my on my ping here, like this is noticeably less so patrolled,
Right.
and so
you have to imagine that like these guys go back and forth like this, right? And like these guys like patrol the inside or whatever. They're not standing still most of the time.
okay. I guess I was picturing them like sort of just blockading.
Loitering. Okay. Yeah. No, this is just representative of, yes, there are patrols. Yes, you can attempt to work your way around them. Absolutely.
with the 12 to
time.
with the 12 to perception, are there any sort of sewer grates or at all like around here?
You know what? I honestly hadn't thought of the plumbing system, but you know what? We've got fountains, so there's definitely sewers somewhere. And we've got like rivers and lakes and stuff. Yeah. On a 12? Sure. Yeah, they would have to have some kind of drainage system somewhere. Yeah, why not? You're in the middle of a marketplace. It would make sense.
Okay, I'll like point it out and be like, well, the other option is to like go underground maybe, but I don't know how much poop waters is going to be.
Cases.
Or where it lets out.
what connection do you have with your flame friend? Where does that thing come from, by the way?
Well, I think it's a manifestation of like my connection to spirits and magic and things of that sort.
I see.
I think it's what most people would call familiar of sorts.
Can you speak to it with your mind?
Let me check.
Sure. You
Did
could.
we have a long rest?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I previously remember it can send messages telepathically, maybe?
I think so.
I think it's very similar to having a familiar, just like druid familiar.
Yeah, it obeys your commands. You determine the spirit's appearance. Yeah.
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 Does it have a distance limitation? Or does it just say you can?
No. I mean, the only thing I can see in terms of distance is like when it first appears, it has to appear within 30 feet of me.
Wow.
But
okay.
yeah, it manifests for an hour until it's reduced
For
to
an
0
hour.
hit points. Yeah.
We've kind of just been treating him as a familiar, and I'm totally down to just keep doing that rather
Yeah.
than just have him hang out for an hour. Because
Yeah.
he's kind of the group mascot now, and I feel
Yeah,
like losing
and the
him would
accountant.
just be like a really and he's like he's got good tax skills, and tax season's coming up.
That's true.
Don't
That's
remind
fair.
me.
Yeah, right. So I,
Well,
we could kind of just treat him as a familiar instead.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay.
So, the fire. Does it have a real name?
I've never considered its name. I feel like it does need
She's
one,
been
and we'll get
fire
there. I
baby,
want.
you know.
Yeah.
But that's more of a Wait, you're not a person. I just hear a voice from the sky. It's
Do
the
you
god.
have a name? What's up? We'll think. I've never thought of its name before, so
Yeah, it's really dependent on what you want to call them.
yeah. I'll have to.
Much like
Casey's like, I'll
familiars.
think about a name. I'll think of a name.
Cool. But it and I can hide out in the sewers for a while. We'd stay out of trouble, of course.
Well, I think there could be some benefit to just trying to sneak past the guards and into this library. I feel like once we're inside, things should be a bit more peaceful.
We could use your telepathic connection with it to alert us to any oncoming patrols if we send it along
Yeah.
blind spots. I mean,
That sounds like a great plan.
probably our best bet.
My assumption is right now, as we're like standing around a dumpster, is that like everyone's put on the semblance of the disguises that Kaya had brought back. Okay, so you got like
Yes.
cloaks with like hoods up and things like that. Cool. Just wanna
Kaya
make
has
sure.
great taste, by the way. Everyone
yeah.
looks fabulous.
Very fashionable. You spent a good
Thank
amount of
you.
money on it as well.
Never looked this good in my life.
And yeah, fake mustaches. We all have.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
of
Yeah.
course.
All of it, even Fire Baby, especially
Yeah.
Fire
Yeah,
Baby.
there you go. You know.
How else is he supposed to blend in?
Yeah.
True,
Yeah.
exactly.
True.
Oh, that's cute, Pip. That's cute.
And
It's pretty
canonically, I'll give Kaya a hand axe. That way, just in case anything else gets stolen from her, she has a weapon.
You have a weapon.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, so Kaya is wearing okay, she's not wearing a bathrobe anymore. She is wearing just a very simple shift. It's like this gray color now, and she has this, I think it was yellow. This
It was like caution yellow.
yeah, like this warning sign yellow backpack on that's advertising the inn that we were in.
Spring Prince, yeah.
Yeah, and then she's just holding this black orb of magical something. Oh, she bought leather armor. That's right. She's wearing leather armor.
We'll do our first card draw.
Uh-oh.
Drew this earlier. This will come into play later, but this does apply to Kaya.
If you give me Rune again, I swear to God, I'm just gonna leave the Zoom call.
No, but this is Donjon's. Which for us means something happens to someone you know, and they become trapped somewhere.
Daros checks the lid of the dumpster.
Wait, I don't wait.
Skithers. Skithers.
It's stuck. It's stuck.
And then we join Skithris in this other dimension.
Yeah. It's not
Full of what?
Skithris.
Birds of prey?
It's no one here.
Okay, I killed my girlfriend. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else could you possibly do?
I know. I'm at rock bottom. I don't even got shoes anymore. I don't even have a head anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough out here.
Well, I forgot the first time that my family was proud of me, and I forgot what they look like.
Damn, y'all really been going through it, huh? That's crazy. Anyway.
Just haven't been here. You've been going through it, huh?
Thanks for the trauma chat.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm willing to go with whatever plan seems to be the best. I'm not used to being around very populated places.
I think the plan of having and she like looks at the fire baby. Pip. I think having Pip stay outside and watch will be a good call, and then yeah, just like that. And then if anything happens, he'll let me know. So
Pip surveys.
yeah.
The CPA.
Also, another
It's
question.
the CPA.
So, like, with the general perception, is this like a Final Fantasy 14 like town where there's a bunch of mages and familiars running around like everywhere? So it's like not uncommon for fire baby to be there.
Yeah, I mean this is the
Perfect.
plane of magic, and you are
Yeah.
at the central bureaucracy of this plane, right?
Oh, so we fit in. Okay.
Yeah, and so it's definitely one of those things that like generally a lot of mages end up here in the afterlife, right? And sometimes their astral familiars come with them, or they summon them here to hang out because they're just they exist on some other plane and they just summon them here. So it's not an uncommon sight, no.
Okay, perfect.
Let's go.
All right, yeah, I put him down, and then we go.
I just want to admit to everyone right now, I'm a horrible liar. So I'm just gonna shut my mouth, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna let you guys do the talking.
So Skithris, you are staying in the dumpster for the time.
Well, what does the team think?
They just said
I
let's
am
go. so
I
wanna
am down
figure out
with
where you're-
whatever. I'm down to explore the sewer by myself. By explore, of course, I mean hide in the sewer and not move.
I think our chances together are best. Even if we get caught, at least we would be able to deal with it together instead of separated.
Yes, I think that's proven to be correct if the prison escape is anything to go off of.
Well, there seems to be a good amount of people right now, so we could probably blend into the crowd, unless we want to wait till the dead of night and then try to sneak around. What do you think would be best?
I think the sooner the better.
Yeah.
Case is still though, despite saying that, turns immediately. What were you gonna say, Kaya?
Oh,
You had a thought?
yeah. Have we perceived a day-night cycle here?
Yes, this particular
Okay.
location does have a day-night cycle.
Okay. Perhaps that's not a terrible idea if we wait until night.
Let's wait till night then.
So you want to head back into the inn and hide there?
Well, we could.
Where we got fucked.
I don't know. I feel like.
Like-
I mean, I'm bad at reading emotions, but I feel like we may have upset the tavern owner just a little bit. Maybe the sewers would be
yeah.
better.
We do that thing where you find a nice cafe and then you order one coffee and you just sit at the table for 8 hours.
Okay. And we leave Skithris in the dumpster for 8 hours.
No.
Coiled up like his little snake.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Every couple of hours, somebody brings like
A blueberry muffin.
a donut. Yeah.
I would prefer a thawed rodent, please.
All right, at least he knows what he wants.
I'm kidding.
So, yeah. All right, you go to a little cafe and post up for a while.
Yes, and I want to do something.
What do you want to do?
Okay, as a wizard, I have something called cantrip formulas.
Uh-huh.
Once per long rest, I can replace a cantrip that I know with another wizard cantrip.
Yes.
And I'm going to replace one of my cantrips with minor illusion.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Okay. Sitting outside this kind of small marketplace cafe. It looks like it's more of a pop-up than anything else. Like the market is open and they serve coffee and drinks and treats here while others peruse the market that you're standing in. You have made sure you're not too far away from Skithris's location, just in case, someone happens to open the dumpster and see him inside there. Is there anything else that you would like to do while you're waiting, or anything you want to say you were doing before the next moment happens? Okay. You wait for a time. The cafe owner is becoming more and more perturbed with you sitting here having only consumed maybe one coffee and one treat. The elvish man with tiny spectacles on his long nose stares down at you disapprovingly, but has yet to do anything about it. Passers-by absolutely notice A, Pip the fire baby, and Kaya just a skull. But no one's, accosted you in any way. There are a few times you think that maybe the guards recognize you as they make their way through the cafe, and you put up the menus, right? And you kind of hide behind them to make sure that they don't see you or recognize. Pull down your cloaked hoods and things.
Oh my god, I just remembered I have disguise self. Anyway, keep going.
I was wondering if anyone was going to remember those things. An hour passes, and eventually you see a small gnome with a well-to-worn hat wandering the marketplace, scratching his chin as he comes out of the inn that you stayed in the night before. It seems that, remembering you were supposed to meet Big Noodle somewhere, he has come looking for you since you have not showed up.
Whoops.
Okay. Fine. I will cast disguise self on myself, and I will go meet and convene with this guy, with Big Noodle.
You're gonna
So
meet
that
with
he knows
Big
that
Noodle?
we're-
Yeah,
we
he's
haven't
like
entirely-
looking around the market. I wonder where they went.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll cast disguise self, and so
What do you look
Casus is oh yeah, that's a good point. Casus disguises herself essentially the feature-wise looks exactly the same, but Casus being a hexblood has orange skin and white hair and that giant corona head thing. So instead she disguises herself to look as human as possible. So she's got sort of lighter tan skin, melanated, but not think Latina, not necessarily dark skin black, Latina. Then her hair gets really dark colored. She's got dark eyes. I think disguise self would also disguise her corona horns.
It is everything. You can look like whatever you want, 1 foot taller or 1 foot shorter.
Just a person. Just a person.
Okay, trying to be as surreptitious as possible, as normal looking. No,
yes.
People look at you and they kind of just slide off of you because they're oh, that's so boring. Is that?
Yeah,
okay.
I've seen this girl 1,000 times and I'll see her 1,000 times again.
Do you choose a particular type of clothing?
Whatever would. We've been sitting outside of this cafe. What kind of clothing
Sure.
are the people who are going in and out wearing?
Lots of grays and blacks. Very many robes like wizards or mages would wear. Some of them do look rather official, or wearing badges of various different officiary. Again, this is the central bureaucracy of magic.
Right.
A lot of people that are maneuvering around you just work here. right?
Right.
They work at these different bureaucratic buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of the people you see are like that. That's what they wear.
Yeah. Then she's going to wear robes of like that stature, but somebody of like a lower ranking, like maybe
Okay,
more of
sure.
like a scribe or an assistant. You know what I mean?
Not so many like badges and bells and whistles on the various accoutrements. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Just your average aide.
So you approach Big Noodle, as you've seen him before, as he's sitting outside the inn. I wonder where they got off to.
Excuse me.
Ah! Oh, hello.
Hi.
How can I help you?
Come here.
Yes.
It's Casus. It's me.
You're
I'm with the
going to have
group.
to speak up. I can't really hear too well.
It's Casus.
Cases! Oh, Kate. Oh, it's a pleasure. You look different.
Well, you know.
Did
just
you
trying to
get
keep
a
up.
job?
Yes, I got a job.
Wow, so quick. Normally to get in the bureaucracy here, there's like 16 different interviews. I never made it through.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Listen, things are a little bit rough for everybody else. I'm not sure if like you've noticed, but they're kind of on the lookout for us, so we've been trying to
What?
hide back.
Who's looking out for you? I was looking
guards.
out for you. The
That's very
guards.
sweet of you.
Oh. Well, why would they
Yeah.
be doing that?
They're just very mean people.
Very mean. Oh,
We did nothing wrong.
did nothing wrong. I'm sure you didn't do anything wrong, dear. I'm sure. You're supposed to meet me over at the Athenium. And what happened? Get lost?
Yes, very lost.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's that really big building over there that you can see poking out. Right. And,
We're also trying to make sure that like the people who are looking for us don't see us, so we're gonna try to sneak around.
oh, sneaking. Huh. All right, I suppose you could do that. Yeah. Where's the rest of your group?
I like motion back to the cafe.
Oh, well, I like that little spot. Maybe I can get a coffee. Where's angry slithery one?
I point to the trash can.
You threw him out?
No, he's just resting.
You're resting in the. And like, I think at that moment we see someone like open the garbage can and just dump stuff in there and then leave. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah.
So, would you actually have any sort of spells or magic that would help us like sneak in?
I know how to disguise myself and other people magically.
Other people.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I can only like she like steps back and kind of like does like a turn. I can only disguise myself, but if you could disguise other people, you could disguise the rest of the group, and that could be really helpful. So,
Yes. All right. Yes, I can do that. Right. Well, let's gather everyone together. And,
do you think you'd even be able to disguise Skithris?
I can change the appearance of any number of creatures I can see within range, giving each target to choose a new illusory appearance. Disguises
Makeover
physical
episode? Oh my
appearances as
God.
well as clothing, armor, weapons, and equipment. I can make them 1 foot shorter or taller or appear thin, fat, or in between, but I cannot change their body type or arrangement of limbs. It's rather
Good
specific
to-
on that.
I can tell. No, arrangement or number of limbs. Okay.
I can make him look like a different snake guy.
Maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna lead Big Noodle back to the rest of the group and just like explain that like, hey, makeover time, everybody. Let's get into it. New looks.
Yeah. Let's do it. Right? Okay. Great. No, we gotta go get the snake. That's right.
Right, you start working on everybody else. I'll go get Skithers.
No, I need everyone here. Together.
Okay.
One
Okay.
time. Just one.
Okay. I go to the garbage can and just lift it up. I'm like,
You turn to the garbage can,
yes.
and there is a 3-ish foot tall halfling who has opened the garbage can and is looking inside of it. Our camera flashes over to Skithris. Skithris, coiled up at the bottom of this particular garbage receptacle. Looking up, you see a rather thick halfling with dusty brown hair and one eye that looks blind, the other one being a deep blue. Looking at his hands as they kind of hold over the dumpster here, you note that his right hand is missing 3 fingers. He looks down. Oh yeah. What you doing in the garbage can?
What time of day is it?
It's about noon.
No, I wasn't. Oh, sorry, I wasn't asking the person.
It's about noon.
Okay.
You get stuck in that, you need a little bit of help. I can drag you out.
No, thanks.
You sure?
I think I just had too much last night.
Oh, some friends of yours just dump you in here?
I may have slithered my way in here myself.
Well, garbage snake, name's Cobblegastholt. Shoves a hand kind of leaning over, like halfway. Basic cases, the rest of the group, you see like a halfling halfway over, tilted into this garbage thing that's a little bit too tall for him to like reach into it. He extends a hand to Skithris.
Can we see this from?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
like, yo, was that halfling fucking with Skithers?
It's just, yeah, you see him.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush over. Fast walk over.
Yeah, you're like,
like,
oh god, oh god, oh
yeah,
god.
like, oh, jeez.
Yeah. You take his hand, Skithris?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he shakes it vigorously. He's like, all right, well, enjoy, garbage snake. It's a pleasure getting to know you. Well, if you need anything, you can come by my place. You'll work on some stuff sometimes, I think. Honestly, memory's not too good anymore.
That's understandable.
Right. He's plopped out, and like his eyes kind of go over the garbage can here. And this is where Daros you get here. Oh, oi, hey, no, don't throw anything into the garbage here, okay? It's full.
Oh, okay.
Kind of looks you up and down. So
yeah.
run along now.
All right. And he just sort of, not knowing what to do with himself, sort of like tries to unassumingly walk away, but like can't help like kind of look back a couple times. Like it.
Yeah.
What is happening?
So
Like,
you hear some
okay?
of this exchange, and then the eyes come back over, and Cobble looks down into the trash can. Don't worry, I got him to go away, so you can take a nice long nap.
Thanks.
You want me to wake you up sometime?
No, I'll slither out when I'm a little bit more sober.
You sure about that?
Yes. I this is not my first time.
It's all right. I feel like garbage sometimes too. He shuts the garbage can and turns around. The rest of the group leaves. You just watch this tiny little halfling.
Yeah.
I love him.
Seeing him leave, I'm gonna rush over back to Skithris and just open the lid. Is everything all right?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, okay. He didn't give you anything.
He was
take
weird.
anything.
He was just like everything else here. He was strange.
Okay.
I guess I can't talk that much. I'm literally a snake man in the garbage.
Okay. I'm gonna go, and then Daros goes to leave, and then he turns back. Do you need anything? Or you all right?
We need him. Hey, I think.
What?
I think.
Oh, Felix.
Yeah, Big Noodle's like dragged everyone over to the garbage. She goes, I need you all together to do the damn thing. God damn it.
Felix, we're so sorry.
It's all right.
There was a
It's all right.
complication. And
It's fine. All right, this spell lasts for 8 hours, so be sure about what you want to look like. He looks at Kaya. What do you want to look like?
Did we meet Felix before I lost my face? No? Okay. Kaya gives a description of an elvish woman, and the details are a little different. A little bit of a longer proportions, long arms, long legs. Very nimble, a little bit skeletal in appearance, has these like very exaggerated ears, almost like as if he took a goblin and then stretched them out.
Okay. Sure.
Yep.
He goes, like if you took a goblin and stretched them out. Right. Got it. All right. Any particular kind of clothes? You'll get them for 8 hours.
Kaya just starts describing like all her favorite outfit. It is extremely elaborate. There's a lot of chiffon and lace and silk and way
this
too
spell's
much
getting
golden
really long here.
embroidery.
Okay, got it. All right.
By the end of it, she's like, I just want to feel a little bit like myself again.
Oh, I understand. I spent a lot of days not feeling like myself all the time. That's all. What do you want to look like?
All right, I've wanted to do this for a long time,
Right,
so I'm
all right.
super excited. I essentially want to look like a super kawaii, cute elf girl, and like in real life to think pretty much like elven K-pop star, and that's like 5 foot tall.
Right. Kenku Pop, understood. Yes, I've seen those before.
I'm losing
I guess
it.
I'm just imagining-
E-pop, elven pop.
I'm just imagining like Kanko bird girls just like dancing and just literally just replicating.
No, Kenku Pop is just the style. You could look like an elf if you wanna.
Okay,
Yeah, I got you.
thank you.
That's very different than what you look like now. Unfortunately, I can only make you about a foot shorter. That's
Oh, well, I guess
Yeah.
5'4" is fine.
perfect. Wonderful. All right. Daros, what about you?
God, I feel like I didn't do the assignment right. That's amazing. I'm just switching my dwarven features for gnomish features.
You want to be a little?
like a
you want
half
to be like
gnome.
me?
Yes,
Alright,
a little bit less rough looking and a little
Rough?
bit more. No, I mean from me.
You're calling
Dwarf,
me?
dwarvish.
Oh.
No, dwarvish features are a little bit tougher.
Okay, right.
I want to look like. Okay.
He picks it up. Any particular kind of clothes that you would want as well?
No, it's just
Alright.
something, whatever seems to be
The
kind
current
of the norm
fashion,
around
understood.
here. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And he like, Darius, can you pick me up? I gotta look at the garbage.
Yes, of course, and I'll
I could
pick
just
him up.
leave.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Skithris, right? You got really angry and didn't like me too much, but I'm here to help. What do you want to look like? And I'm sorry, I can't really make you not be a snake.
Couldn't you give him a bunch of feathers or something?
Oh, I could do feathers.
Who said I wanted to look like one of those heathenish quattles?
I know it. I
I
just.
don't appreciate those pompous feathered bastards.
All right, Darius, put me down. I'll talk to Cases instead.
What?
Cases, I know you already look
Yes.
different, but you want to look different or differenter?
This is only supposed to last for an hour, so if you could
Oh,
extend
you're
that,
gonna
that'd be
do that
great.
for like 8. Yeah, all right, we can do that. That's fine. That's fine. All right. There. All right, Darius, pick me back up. I thought that was gonna take longer, and now I gotta talk to him again.
Okay.
Just
Just pick me up.
You do see
Put me
Cases
down,
like
Daryl.
looking at her hands a lot and like, oh,
All right,
thank God.
Skitherus. What do you want to look like?
I suppose. I suppose I would look like a the members of my species that are similar to the boas are quite a bit longer than myself. Can't be a rattler version. Let's just go with a Gaban Viper.
I don't know what that is, but I'll make you Vaporous. 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 Right, all right, here we go. Everyone gather around. Yeah! Yeah, he like casts this ridiculous spell. He casts Seeming on you, which allows him to have individual disguises for as many people as he would like to in the area, and it will last for up to 8 hours. Non-concentration. It's a big fucking spell.
Sick.
Yeah, and you look
From a big fucking noodle.
Yeah, and you look different, right? Fortunately, you're all kind of pulled off to the side in this little alley, so no one notices that everyone looks really different immediately. All right, now it looks like everything went according to plan here. Took some liberties in some places, but you know, hey, everything looks pretty good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right. So, why do these bad people wanna get you? And who are the bad people?
They're bastards.
Oh,
Who knows?
I mean,
honestly,
right.
So, should we tell them about the things?
I mean, we woke up in prison with no trial or anything like that, and we.
All right, no discussion, straight to it. That's fine.
Oh, sorry. And then he'll like
Prison?
look over at a puddle and then look at himself.
Wait, prison? Yeah, you look exactly like that. You still sound like yourself, Quetzal, but like you look like a tiny elf woman.
Like, what's up, dog?
Yeah. Which prison?
That one.
Yeah, I don't even think we know the name, do we?
Eve Lake prison?
I think we don't know the name. I think it's just on the map, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
There's like probably been a sign or two that you've passed that has it on there, but whether or not we saw it when we were running away from it, not really sure. Oh wait. Are the bad people the guards of the prison?
Unless anyone stops her, Kaya's just gonna give like a completely like forthcoming account of what happened, but she's gonna leave out the part where she just snorted up a bunch of ether.
Yeah.
I assume that you're that Kaya is like emphasizing the fact that the warden seems to be like the bad egg in the situation. It's all
Absolutely.
misunderstanding.
Absolutely. That like, you know, we have intentions to help. It seemed like people were suffering, being taken advantage of, being like more or less shoveled out mentally and then taken as body prisoners.
Roll.
And also stressing the fact that like we have no idea why we're there to begin with.
Absolutely.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Quetzal is like going to Fire
Remember
Baby, being
your
like,
boots.
"Feel my skin; it's so soft."
Fire Baby sees you and instantly starts doing like fancy. Like, whoa.
I start practicing, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I will use my nat 20 here.
Okay. He goes, oh, I had no idea they were doing all that. There. That's awful. That's terrible. Well, oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I'll help in any way that I can.
All we want to do is find our way home.
And this confirms the card.
Oh.
Skithris has drawn the Knight card.
I hope that's good.
Motherfucking Big Noodle is now on your team. He is
Yes.
ready and willing to do anything that
Let's
needs to have happen.
fucking go.
I hate the cops.
That's like the only card I know from this deck because it's in NADPOD.
So the Knight card gains an ally that will serve you to their death.
I feel bad for yelling at him now.
It's
All right, he'll have plenty of time to like make friends.
But
He's
Big
gonna be a
Noodle,
pal.
Big Noodle's officially with the crew. That being said, there is a good one for us to do right now. This one is for Liv. It is the Vizier card, which means that you can ask any question and gain one answer. So just be thinking about what your question might be.
It's such a hard. In a
Yeah.
different game, I've held on to that card for like a year. I never know what to use it on. It's so powerful.
Yep.
Too good to
So
use,
It's
Central,
there, and it's just waiting for you when you feel like it. Okay.
Remembering that Big Noodle's friend that somehow died was a guard at the prison, I think Daros will be a little bit gentle about that and just say, there's a lot we don't understand, and
Oh,
there's not necessarily proof that everybody at the prison is involved in whatever's going there, but
Oh,
the
no.
warden at the very least is.
I'm sure he would have told me, right?
Of course.
I still haven't heard from him, so it looks like the military has just quarantined off the prison. They're not making any headway inside. Well, we have things to take care of. If the warden is as bad as you say she is, well, let me let you in on. The warden is, well, she's more than just the prison's warden. She owns this district. And not only this district, but the Lillian Dominion as well. She's, well, Cecilius is one of the 3 gods of magic. And, well, she owns the district for a time. It switches hands when her brothers get a little bit more powerful, but, currently, she is the strongest of the 3.
Great.
Yeah.
That's
So
that's
let's
great.
Make sure we're prepared, right? Let's make sure we're prepared. All right. Well, daylight's wasting, I guess. Do you even want to go to the Athenium now? He looks concerned after hearing all of the things. Or is there something else that we need to do?
Okay, this is dumb. I haven't been here in a minute, brain. Why did we want to go to the Athenium again? There was some information there that we wanted, right?
Yes.
That doesn't count as a question.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
Apparently, there are books in the Athenium that record every use of magic there ever was, and it might lead to clues as to how each one of us died.
That's right. Okay. Yes.
I will say to
I think I was
Big
supposed to
Noodle-
send. I think I was supposed to send Joel something before we went to this. Oops. Anyway.
Wow,
It's okay.
this disc. I think I'll say to Big Noodle. Well, there was a portal that she used.
Oh.
Kind of in the prison underground, so not exactly how sure we'll be able to get to that, but
did it have any arcane runes or something on it? Let you know where it went?
Yes, I remember I used a freaking nat 20 on
You did.
that. So Kaya will take out a piece of paper.
Oh,
Does anyone have
Skithris, you can get out of the trash now. And honestly, we should probably just go sit in the inn if we're going to be discussing things rather than this
Not
alley.
the end. Not the end. Let's go to the cafe.
All right, I'll sit down at the cafe.
Cafe owners like cleaning the table, fixing our chairs. We're finally
And
gone
a whole new group of people shows up.
with the same voices
Yeah.
as before.
Oh no, I actually planned on changing my voice.
Okay, you change your voice.
No, I'm gonna start talking
Yeah.
differently. So.
Gazel shows up. He's like, "Oh, can I get a water?"
Let me get another red velvet loaf.
Hey man, can I get a brewski?
Red velvet loaf. Oh my god. Yeah, you set up at the cafe and buy one thing and sit there for the however long it takes.
Well, we also, I mean, if these books record all uses of magic, we should be able to find the warden's uses of magic, right?
Well, Cecilius does have her own book, yes.
That could prove very useful.
If you can find it.
Mm-hmm.
The Athenium is, well, you see, it's a big building. He points at it. But, do you know how pocket dimensions work? Any ideas on that?
I've read about them in theory in my studies, but
Inside spaces being much larger than the outside
Right.
spaces. Yeah, well, the
Right.
Athenium is, it's never been fully mapped,
I see.
and it continues to grow.
As the use of magic grows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
This
I've spent quite
makes
a long
sense.
time, being a caretaker and doing what I can, but, well, no creature, I think, knows the full extent. There are these, mechanical caretakers, though, that seem to have the full run of the place, but I don't know what controls them. And maybe they were just, I don't know, born of the same magic that built the place. What I'm saying is Cecilia's book is probably in there along with her two brothers, but I've never seen it.
I think we'll be able to find it. I think we could find it pretty easily, actually.
Oh. How?
Do you?
It's
I
like
have a feeling
seriously
that
studying
I'd be
you.
able to find it.
Okay.
All right.
If your question, where is the book?
Well,
Where did you put the book?
where is it?
Where is she?
I tried shaking the card, banging it up against the wall. Where's the book?
Swear to me. Swear to me.
Yeah, okay. He's like, all right, well, that'll be on you then. But yeah, about that portal, where, Kaya, you said it's gonna go somewhere.
Yeah, she'll like draw out the runes. I think my notes are not very well written out, but I think it would teleport to something called the Gildus University in the Liliant Dominion somewhere.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yes. Oh, Gildus. That's, it serves as Cecilius's palace, essentially. Rather large building. Lilian Dominion's not that large on its own, but, well, it's got its ups and downs, I guess. If she, teleported back to Gildus, well, it's a well-guarded place. But,
That's unfortunate.
where are you all trying to go? Anyway, we can find the books. If you want to find your own books, I'm still willing to help. But what next? Are you gonna take down Cecilius?
Well, I think the objective is that we want to go home. However,
Oh.
we can leave these plains.
Oh, there's a interplanar portal in the Lillian Dominion. It's still functional.
Then I suppose that is our objective.
Oh, well, that seems good. That seems good. Okay, well, I can take you to either. You just let me know what you want to do.
I want to know who has my head. Are we gonna go or not?
And your stuff too.
Yeah, I miss my gun.
He missed
Yeah.
me.
I would like to cast gun again.
Did you ever use it?
Nope. Against the boar, but I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, it counts.
Nah, it wasn't real.
It kinda counts. I miss my
Nah.
gun. Okay. He goes, all right, well, grab your coffees, I guess, and let's head on over to the Equinox Athenium. All right. With your new looks, I'm sure there won't be any problems. Oh, question for Casus. Did you change the way that Pip looked?
Ooh. What's like the most common creature just kind of like hanging around?
Like a cat.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say make a chihuahua.
Wait,
Perfect.
Just an upright chihuahua.
I just realized cats are in hell then.
Well, they're.
Yeah, are you surprised?
Well, in one of the other games, dogs are also in hell, so it's a whole
That's
thing.
not fair.
Can't be canon. It just can't.
That's literally again all dogs
I don't know.
go to heaven, Joel.
I've
What
met
the
some
fuck?
dogs that would go to hell. I don't know.
I mean,
In my
some of my
contract,
dogs-
it's specifically stated. I'm just kidding.
This game is so unrealistic.
Dogs in hell. Who said? Yeah, I changed him into like a gingery cat.
And he walks on two legs. Because
Yeah.
he walks on two legs. So it's a
He walks on two
little
legs, and I'm
gingery
just-
cat walking on two legs.
And I look at him and I'm like, perfect. Don't change. And I don't see any problem with it.
Do we have a Palico now?
He pulls out his little
A
like
tabaxi,
accounting
it's
hat
one of
again.
those super
Or a
And just
tabaxi.
a little. There he is.
You crunch those numbers.
you
Get 'em.
get it, boy. Yeah. With seeming, there's really no reason to roll anything about being surreptitious on your way to the Equinox Athenium. Like, you do not match the descriptions of the people that they're looking for at all. Yeah. So a quick little hop, skip, and a jump over to the Equinox Athenium, and Big Noodle leads you inside. The sounds of the district fade behind you, as when you open the doors, it is quiet, except for the sounds of pages turning and this kind of like whirring sound. Just like a as you see these constructs flapping their little helicopter-esque appendages floating around the library. So he leads you inside and turns to look at you. Oh, what do you think? Looking around, there are just soaring stacks of books and bookshelves, multiple levels, and you look up and it's just level after level after level all the way up. It kind of goes on for a long time, and you look up and you can feel like you can see celestial bodies inside the building itself for how high it goes.
It's all will get on tippy toes and raise their hand super high, like waiting for him to be called on.
Oh, yeah. Good soul.
Important question. Sorry, guys, for today's time. Where is the erotic fiction section?
My man.
Uh,
Not me.
Guess all, I don't think that's the kind of library we're in.
So you're gonna tell me that in all the time, in all the years, in all the worlds that there's magic, there's never been erotic magic?
Well, no, there.
That's the section we want to go to.
You know,
I would like to point out that that's not the section for me.
That's
you
fair.
are you
that's fair.
okay, Skitters?
Skithers, you sound a little
I'm
different.
using a voice.
Oh. Oh, okay.
My name is Scyther.
Oh! You're like, Big Noodle leans over to Daros. Goes, he's taking this really seriously.
Yeah, it's his first adventure.
Oh. Well, it's a hell
Is
of
that
an
true?
adventure. Huh?
I thought you'd never be away from home.
I've been on adventures with my parents.
It's his first adventure.
So we're just
without
gonna
his
let Joel
family.
use that pun? Is that what we're deciding?
Yeah,
We're just gonna.
no, you know.
Yeah, the
stand punch
entire
here.
party just ignores
Yeah,
it.
he's just
I'll
like,
be
ah,
real.
ah.
I'm. This is so out of character for me as Rob. I missed the pun. What
Well,
was
it's
it?
too late now.
Fuck. All right, somebody clip it.
Moments passed.
Kaya is very starry-eyed, just kind of looking around, kind of like a very like Belle moment, you know, in Beauty and the Beast, kind of looking around.
As you
Yeah,
walk up
except you are
the
the
main
beast.
marble stairs, you look in, and there's like this huge circular desk area, and there's quite a few people working behind it. And he goes, that'll be some of my colleagues there, and, well, if you look up and around, you'll see that the drones, well, they do a lot of the heavy lifting and sorting here since, well, we don't know more than half of this building. Oh. Well, who's first?
These books.
Skithers, I'm already really hard of hearing. Do you mind just, talking to me normal like? I can't understand what you're saying. I'm sorry.
I've never had a chance to look different.
Right.
Anyway, I suppose I'll speak normally again. These books, do they just show that the magic that we have used, or do they also show the magic used on us?
Oh, well, so you would have to find the book of the person that used the magic on you. And then it would be listed somewhere in the timeline of that book. Now remember, some of these books can be quite long.
Well, I guess the question is, does anybody feel like they should find... Well, who should we focus on first? Or should we all go individually?
It's all we'll tug on Daros's side, and then she like clear out there. It's probably a bad time to admit this, but I'm slightly illiterate. So, like, would you be able to help me read my book?
Yes,
and
of
also
course.
read aloud the erotic fiction if there's any juicy ones around here.
Okay. How do you go from
You
endearing
have a sultry
to
voice. I'm
just-
sorry, I had to ask. So, like,
Daros blushes.
I think that was a compliment.
So out of everybody, that's okay. It's just-
Perhaps we will investigate Getzal first.
Oh, no, guess all. You knew some magic?
I've killed people who use magic.
Who you? Okay, well, if you yourself haven't used magic, there will not be a book for you here.
Dang.
This library houses all record of magic. Not every record of everyone you killed.
We'll find that section. We'll find the
Is there someone
library somewhere
you
else.
killed that you just want to see the book of?
Nah, it's all good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have a bit of a request.
Sure. What's going on?
Could I find 3 books?
3? Well, let's not push your luck, huh? I mean, we haven't even gotten you a library card, and you're already trying to check out more than one. Yeah, we could try to find you 3 books. What are you looking for?
Well, I mean, I know the spells that I've cast,
All right.
but I feel like it would be interesting to take a look at what my parents have cast.
All right.
They're adventurers as well, all magic users, and I miss them dearly.
Oh, well. Sure. Come on then. Slither up to the desk with me.
I will slither up to the desk with
Goes
him.
up to the desk, and there's a, older, elvish man standing behind it, and he looks down and goes, "Oh, Big Noodle, you did come in today. I thought we had lost you for a bit." "Oh, I was, gathering some friends. I wanted to come see the inside of the Athenium, and maybe make a couple of, withdrawals." "Oh, right. What are we looking for?" Tell them the names.
Yes, I am looking for a book on Fanga Wayfair, Svis Wayfair, and Tarka Wayfair.
Right. Might take a bit of time to get these all collected, but being all of the same last name, it should be relatively easy for... And he picks up the scrolled up parchment, pops it in a little tube, and then just raises it above his head. And one of these little like mechanical things comes down, picks it up, goes, and the tube gets inserted inside the creature, and then it just goes and moves off. Oh, hopefully it won't take very long. There is a waiting area over there if you would like.
Yeah, I'll go sit in the waiting area.
Big Noodle turns around. "Well, we should probably get all of our orders in. If it's one that they can't find, well, it's one that they can't find, and we'll know soon enough."
I have 2 names.
All right.
Okay, I think you gave my mother a name and I didn't write it down. So I'm going to say Mommy
I gave
of...
your mom a name and it wasn't written down. Oh, it's okay. I have to
Listen,
go find it.
Kaya
now.
says, I need you to find my mommy. Mommy of House Maul.
Matron Mother Cry. Owl.
Cry. Of course you named it Cry. Okay. And the second name is Carnifex of House Lim.
You got that? Yes, Big Noodle, I got it. Hang on. He puts, 2 separate ones. Going to separate places, probably. And 2 more come down and pick them up and move off.
And Kaya just kind of neatly sits next to Skithris.
Well, anyone else? Daros? Asus?
I don't know if there's going to be many books, or much to the book, but Cases Ironzi?
Oh, all right, sure. All right. He writes it down and again.
Oh, and this might be a tall order, but you know what? I'll wait. I'll ask for that last, and I go and sit back down.
All right, Daros.
Well, yeah, I suppose my name, Daros Fenorin.
Everyone wants to see what they cast, huh? Get a little history lesson and things you've done, and it's kind of nice sometimes.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit fuzzy, what came in the middle, between waking here and, well, the second name is, Lenore.
Do you have a last name for it?
He probably would. I don't.
Okay.
But yes, it's that one.
Is that one? Oh shit, dude.
I know what it is. It's Verbenia.
Yeah, that.
I know my best friend's character's name.
Okay, ow.
Okay.
Fucking brutal.
Jesus. It wasn't in our DMs.
Okay. Yeah. You know, it's just, oh, all right. You know, send it and it putters off. It may take a little bit of time to find it. I just wanted to know if that's the actual Lenore you were talking about, Daros, when you said it, or if there was like someone in your backstory I needed to know about.
I mean, Stella should be able to tell you which one I was talking about because
Okay.
she's better friend than me. You know, so.
I'm sorry, okay? I just really, really love the Lady May. Like, it's a problem, okay?
Yeah, well, shut up.
As we extol the
Roasted.
virtues of our own friendship with one another, I think this is an excellent time for us to take a break as these tiny little contraptions putter around the extensive building of the Athenium. And when we come back, well, maybe we'll learn a thing or two about magic or about the magic used by some of these people. We'll be right back. Hey y'all, Joel here. Just want to talk to you about the DieFall Patreon and more specifically, a game that you can participate in. As a patron of the Shard of Discord tier, you are eligible to create a character to take part in an interactive game with your fellow supporters that can and will change the story, world, and interactions within the 3 Ruin shows. You and the other supporters will be occupying a bastion of instability, a gateway to the other planes and realms in which the cast members of Lapis, Crimson, and Auric will be adventuring. It is your job to ensure the gateway remains open and operable. This is done through handling a crisis every other week, building defenses, constructing weapons, undergoing training, or bringing the fight to the enemies amongst the many planes. You will also be able to make and find items to assist the players' efforts. You and others will plan your course of action for every month, whether to build, fight, forage, defend, etc. Each option ranging in difficulty and effect on the world around you. In the event of a crisis, characters will be chosen or volunteer to take that crisis on during a monthly live stream, where players will roll for their successes and failures. All planning and rolling will happen in the Discord server in patron-specific channels, which players will be given access to after joining the Shard of Discord on patreon.com/DieFall. The link is obviously in the description below. You'll also get the rules document and the instructions on character creation. Will you be the scout that finds the supplies necessary to survive, the builder that expands the shard's capabilities, the warrior that defends the portal, or even the chef that ensures everyone is fed? You can support us, play a game, and affect the adventure all at the same time. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. I'll be there, as I always am. Thank you all for your support and patronage. And please do continue to enjoy all of the Dungeons & Dragons content because there is always more. Bye. Welcome back to DieFall Presents Ruin Lapis. We are in the Equinox Athenium, the centerpiece of magic. And our players have put in a couple of requests for various books documenting the usage of magic by some people to be found and brought to them. I think the first ones to show up are definitely the ones that Skithris requested, the 3 from his 3 parents. Skithris, go ahead and roll me an investigation check while you pore over what essentially is a list of spells and the dates used. There's not really much more than that kind of information within these books.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
Okay.
14.
Kaya's books would arrive next. Quite conspicuously, though, your mother's book is not there. The elf at the desk would be like, huh. It seems that one is in a restricted section. I'm going to have to ask for some qualifications or proof of need.
I don't have any. Forget about it.
Oh, all right. Your other book, though. Here you go.
I open it and analyze it.
Go ahead and roll me investigation. Daros, you got your, you got the Book of Lenore, right? Mm-hmm. I think he
Yeah.
would get the book, look at it, and go, "Oh, so normally we don't hand out the magic books of Celestials. Can get a little weird here in hell. Might I ask what you're looking for? And maybe I can assist you in finding the thing without revealing too much. Otherwise, I'm going to need some writ from a member of the Talon to release this book to you."
No, that's all right. You can skip that one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it must have been some sort of mistake. I may have gotten the name wrong or something.
Like, looks at it, pulls it open, and shows you the names. I can show you. I just can't release the book to you. If there's something you're looking for in specifics, myself or Big Noodle here can take a look.
Perhaps it'd be easier if we looked at my book.
Oh, yes, of course. I can release your own book to you. And he hands it to you. And, like, when he shows you the page, you know, it has Lenore's name and, like, Child of Corridon on there, which may mean something to Daros.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. He's sorry. If you do change your mind, though, I'll hold it here in case.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, of course. Casus, your book comes back to you, and he looks at it. Oh, right, okay, and hand the book over. I would note that there have been some portions of this book that have been redacted.
Redacted? Why?
It was judged by the Talon that some of the knowledge of this book is unstable.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
Can I, like, does it show where it's, like, redacted?
Yeah, so you go sit down and roll me an
Yeah.
investigation. Daros, you're looking into your own book. Roll me an investigation. And from this, Skithris, when you rolled your investigation, you're pouring through these 3 books. What are you looking for in specific? This is what the investigation check is for. Now, I know you told me on break, but I would like you to share here.
So I am looking for the times, or what has been cast since I was adopted by my family. So for what it's worth, that is a roughly 20 span, or a 24 year
it's a long
time span.
Yeah.
Right. But what I would be most interested in are those, like the first like year after. Skip a lot of the middle stuff because I know they were going out on adventures, they were teaching me magic things, and then around the time where they first started letting me go on adventures, which was a certain age, I don't remember, and then the last things that they cast, like the last like month, I guess.
Jeez, okay. Well, that's a lot for me to come up with on the spot here, but we'll figure it out. With a 14, I think you notice at least this one thing. I don't remember all of the names that you had, but the wizard abjuration mother, what was her name?
That one, if I recall correctly, was Tarka.
There is a lot of the usage of modify memory in that book. Like, an inordinate amount.
I see. If I recall correctly, she was my favorite too.
I think Moon Druid Mom.
Oh no, yeah, Moon Druid was my favorite. Yeah, thank
Moon
God.
Druid Mom. A lot of Moon Druid Mom stuff is it all aligns with the things that you saw her do.
Yeah.
So, like who she was. There's a lot that just, it all, nothing is out of the ordinary there. I
for
think-
anyone,
Yeah.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say for anyone who is like possibly looking in my area while I'm reading through these tomes, I would get to a certain part, and then I would just be confused, and I would like see this, and I'd keep like reading them multiple times, and I would be like thinking, and I would I get a weird Gaboon Viper face, but I have little two nostrily things.
Okay.
Snakes are cool, okay? And like they would just be like freaking out, and like my weird snake brow would be like furrowed. I would look incredibly agitated. However, I would also look, I don't know how you look vindicated, but I would look vindicated.
Okay. Like I knew all along, but this is
Yeah.
still frustrating and annoying
Yeah.
and terrible and right. You didn't
And
want to
there's
be
also,
right.
Yeah,
That's the
there's a
point.
tinge of like betrayal
Okay.
there.
Okay. And as you peruse that, we move on to Kaya. Kaya, you do have one of the books that you requested.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for?
So Kaya's closest companion in life was Carnifex of House Lim. She would mostly be checking to see if they are still alive.
As you look into the book, you note that ink appears on the page, and it looks like he just summoned a weapon.
Okay. Would it say who these spells are cast on?
No. It is a record of the spells cast and the date, not necessarily their targets. And a lot of Carnifex's spells in general are cast onto himself.
Okay.
Things like summoning his weapon, applying his armor, doing things like that. Shifting things.
Okay. And we don't know the circumstances of our death in the sense of like when it was, right? We don't have the time frame.
I mean, you
of
know when you were
context.
alive, right? Like, so when you read the dates on them here, there's quite a distinct portion of it that changes in Carnifex's book, where it goes from the dates you remember on the material plane to the celestial date, which you haven't read yet or known or anything. But you're smart enough to piece together that it's the date here. This would be the date on this plane, because you can see the name.
Mm-hmm.
There's a point where it goes from, prime material plane date, and then there's a break, and he's casting spells again in a literal, different timestamp style.
Okay. She would investigate what she would estimate is the last day that she can remember.
Mhm.
And see if he cast anything on that day.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Ooh, intelligence saving throw.
Okay, even better.
That's a
23.
23. You remember the last day. You don't remember how it ended, but you remember the last day.
Mm-hmm.
And you know where to go look as you kind of trace backwards in Carnifex's book that keeps writing for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can see the spells that were cast on that day.
So as Kai is kind of reading through this book, she looks completely composed throughout it. You see her flipping back and forth a little bit as she's kind of investigating the difference of the dates, realizing there's some disparaging timeline here. Other than that, she flips back, further back into it, to the day that she died. You see her just kind of like staring at the page. The corner of her mouth sort of twitches. She closes the book and she says, "I'm finished with it."
You place it down on the table in front of you. Daros. 19 investigation. That's really good for you. What do you...
Investigate.
You investigate your own book. What are you looking for?
So Daros, if you remember, and I think he pulls it out at this point, was in the prison trying to kind of like note his days as they were happening, like sort of, because he realized pretty early on, like, I feel like I'm missing time, you know? And so I think he is trying to line up those days spent in the prison and presumably where he met the party and started to fight his way out and etc. He's trying to find where that information begins and then whatever precedes that ends. Trying to pinpoint roughly where he died, because I don't think he really remembers the circumstance. Yeah, I think he knows where he was or where he should have been.
Okay.
And then the prison, and I think that's about it.
The thing is with the prison, a lot of that time you were all like kind of in a daze, right? Like there wasn't really spell casting. This is a record of spells cast. So what you would find is the day that you broke out, right? When you were using spells then, when you used smite and when you did things like that, those things appear there. And that is the most recent usage of magic, right?
You're right.
And you note the timestamp there, and you're having a very similar like realization with Kaya. There's like the way that time is stamped here is entirely different to the section before. In the section before, you recognize the prime material plane has its own like set of dates and what the year was when you were alive there and things like that. Right? Like all of that you recognize. It's the part after that you're like, okay, this must be where everything changed because the dates are written differently. It's a different year. It's a different timestamp.
Right.
So you would be able to note whatever the spells were that you cast. If you cast spells on the last day that you were alive. Because that would be the last day there. Now, if it doesn't line up, if you didn't cast any spells that day or anything like that, obviously it wouldn't be there.
Right. What kind of spells were being cast at that point?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, were they like combat spells versus utility?
I'm trying to see if I have a summary of your last day somewhere easily accessible, because I tried to pull them all up when I was on break, and I couldn't find everyone. So, a lot of this is you. What was the last day? Was it a fight that you cast spells? Or something else?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't think I have yours.
I don't know. Did you ask me for one?
I know I asked some groups about their death day.
Okay.
But not specifically everyone.
Got it. Okay. And
if you don't know, and if it didn't happen, then it's not there.
I gotta think about that.
Okay. As you investigate further. Casus. That's a 9. There's a lot of redacted nonsense in your book. A lot.
One would say it's probably mostly redacted nonsense. And then celestial dates.
Pretty much. Yeah. You will note, however, that there is a code. There's a set of numbers redacted per like 26 FA listed on some of them, and then like different ones listed in different locations. So it seems that there was some kind of bureaucratic need
axing
to delete what was in this book.
Okay, cool. I mean, based off of what I was telling you, I imagine it's like that, and then boom, celestial dates.
As
Finding the familiar. Blah,
quick,
blah, blah, blah,
Liv,
blah.
do you mind going to the closed caption things and
Yeah.
doing that? I don't know how long it's
Sorry.
been, but I just noticed now. Regardless, yeah. Would you take note of the dates of and like the codes of the redactions?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Do you like write it down in a book?
Yeah. I think Cases like digs to find like whatever little scrap she may or may not have. I mean, she does have it. Just like writes it down. Like okay, and tries to like write down all the dates and codes.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to like ask them about this?
Yeah, actually, I think I will. Yeah, I'll just
So Big Noodle's like sitting with the group here, like his little gnome like swinging in a chair, just waiting for everyone to go through books or ask him something. Just
Yeah, I
hanging
go
out,
over to
talking to Getzal.
Big Noodle. So what are these codes? Like these right here, and I like show him in my book.
Oh, redaction codes. Sometimes the bureaucrats at the Talon decide that some portions of magic are too dangerous to have publicly available. They still happened, but sometimes things need to be kept secret, as it were. Let me take a look here. It looks like these are... the order of redaction came from, really high up. This isn't the Talon. This is someone else. Oh, all right. Huh. He kind of like addresses the group in general. Like, you know, you have gods. We've talked about some, and well, they do exist. Some of you worship some or interacted with them and things like that. Well, the gods had parents of a sort. And, well, some of them are really old and powerful. You probably would have called them primordials or the old gods. This code here means that the old god, the origin of magic itself, and their steward, called for the redaction of your book.
You see Kaya has been kind of like sitting back in their chair, kind of leg thrown over the other. And as Big Noodle says this, you just see Kaya just like look Cases up and down.
Okay, I don't know why a primordial being would be interested in anything that happened in my life, but...
Their name is, Evanth. They actually have, a seat here on our plane. It's over in the Lillian Dominion. There's a building there. Technically belongs to them.
Oh, Evanth, okay.
It may not be a particular interest, it just may be a result of something you did. Or erasing trace of something you were involved in.
I don't...
What were you involved in? Yeah, he sits closer now. He's like, why would the primordial of magic, the origin of all magic itself, have interest in your book, Cassius?
I don't know. I'll be honest, and like she kind of like motions to the appearance she has. This is what I used to look like. So, and then when I woke up and came to, I looked the way you're used to seeing me look.
And the dates that are listed there, do you remember any of those?
The redacted ones?
Yeah. It would be like March 4th, 1996, and that's it. That's all that's on there, right? Because the rest of it is just redacted.
Can I do a wisdom check to see if I do?
Sure, absolutely. I think this is an intelligence save because it's strictly based on memory.
Okay. Intelligence saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay.
20.
Oh, 20.
There are dates on there you recognize.
Okay, yeah. I kind of like think back to it and I'm like, there's, like I woke up and I was asked to do chores and there's that little brat down the street who kept getting in my way because she like says she thinks it's so funny to like kick dust when you walk down the road and she was really annoying. But just little things like that.
Yeah. But you don't remember the big thing. Large swaths of pages just all blacked out.
And like as I'm thinking about it, it's just like cold hard blackout. Like nope, no memory of that at least. But like, yeah, I remember the rest of my days.
Well, or maybe that's a question for the primordial steward. Or maybe it's in a different book. Maybe.
I don't know if she would know. Okay, yeah. I go back and I flip through my book.
Oh! And he like takes one of the books that's like coming in on one of the. Gets all. This one's for you. Now, this one's a bit of an oddity, but I figured that you might like a perusal through it. Now, we here at the Athenium call this guy the Tentacle Master.
Oh,
Almost.
Daros, I need you.
Almost every single one of the spells cast here was tentacle-based. It's kind of wild. Now, I don't know if it fills out that erotic fiction you were looking for, but, well, this might be a good second.
So, how fast can you guys learn spells? He looks over to his companions.
I don't think it tells us how to cast them.
These are your books, right? The difference is, like, Kaya could request their spell book that they had in life, which is a different thing. This is like a history of the spells cast by a particular person. You could, because like the repository has everything.
So what you're saying is, I could study this book and learn tentacle spells.
Well, not this one, but we could get his spell book if you're allowed to check it out and allowed to copy spells. And
you could also, by that same logic, get your own spell book that was stolen from you.
Can I get both, please? Just bring them.
Oh,
I'm a quick read.
Sure, all right, okay. And he goes and puts the order in for the Tentacle Master in Kaya's old book.
Kaya's sweating a little.
Yeah.
Leans over, reads over Daros' shoulder.
Yeah, gets all be like, what does orifice mean? And then he looks to
No.
It doesn't. That wouldn't say that there, unless there's a spell
It's called Tentacle
orifice.
into Orifice, obviously.
Oh, why would that spell be so specific?
Because he's the Tentacle Master and he
shame.
wrote the spell.
I'm not king shaming.
He couldn't have put a little bit. Listen, it's no. I have Justin's side. It's not kink shaming. I just would like it served to me with a little bit more finesse.
For me?
You know, I'm a classy broad. You gotta woo me. You can't just put your tentacle in my orifice. Like you gotta.
I mean, there's Tentacle Tickle, right? Like that's a different one.
Physical caress.
Tentacle caress, right? Like there's a whole bunch of spell. It just happens to also have.
Consent is the cantrip, though.
Yeah,
it is the number one.
Yeah, it's the first thing there. It's 0 cost. There you go.
It only works if both players cast. All
players involved cast
spellcasters.
Hold on, everyone. I found a wiki of erotic spells compiled together.
Perfect, Joel.
Let's fucking go.
I don't kink shame, but I am kink fused. I don't.
I'm kink fused. The glasses are off from Rob. It's over.
I've been like hardcore like lore crafting and theory crafting this entire time, and I tune back into this shit. Like, what's happening?
We're keeping Gets all busy. That's what's happening. We're in a library. The one place he has zero like reason to be.
he's like,
He's just hanging out, and Big Noodle's just trying to keep him busy.
Bless.
The
Yeah.
equivalent of giving a kid an iPad. Like,
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Yes. So Kaya, eventually you are given your old spell book. It would have everything that you would have had when you were alive listed there. And then you note that there's a pit, like a break, right? There's a second chapter. And it has your current spell book in it.
I make note of the celestial dates. Do the dates line up with Carnifex's?
Yes.
Okay. So by this logic, Kaya could probably deduce that Carnifex might be on a similar plane or adjacent or even possibly the same plane.
Yes.
Okay. Kaya
And he's casting magic.
Kaya puts that information in her mind palace.
Yes.
There's a spell called Summon Playmate.
Stop. That's not real, right?
There's
I
a spell
love
called
that.
Locate Clitoris.
Oh, okay, this is all made up. All right, I'm in roll 20 typing this shit like I'm gonna find locate
It's not
clitoris.
made up. It's homebrew.
yeah, we can add it into.
Made up.
Magic Probe.
Homebrew. More, oh wow. Homebrew. More
All right,
like
I'm done.
horn
I'm
brew.
done.
Oh, okay. So bringing us all back, Daros, we were theory crafting something. Is there anything that you would like to share with the class as you take a look at your book, or would you like some more time for that later?
That I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, well, let's tone it back, everyone.
I think Daros finds during his like last days I'm trying to make this make sense in the context of a log of spells cast.
Okay.
How do you convey that there was a fight, but he? No.
Defensive spells and offensive spells and healing, maybe?
Yeah,
Especially
I
like in
guess.
quick succession, right? Like things that
Yeah.
happen within a minute of each other.
Yeah.
Like one
Right,
desperate
like-
lay on hands.
Yeah.
Like you watch this, like lay on hands for all of his energy.
Oh, wait. Does it log spells if they fail?
Ooh. If they went haywire, yes. Like if they didn't connect.
If you'll allow it, because none of my spells can mechanically go haywire.
Sure. In per the rules they can't. But sure.
Per the rules,
our story,
mechanically
they can.
cannot go haywire. I think there was a very sudden. There was in the weeks leading up to it. The fights became less and less, or fewer and fewer, and he seemed to not need to use his magic anymore, or couldn't, or something, because the dates seem very spaced out.
Yeah, it'd be like a week goes by and not a single
Yeah.
spell was cast. Not even like guidance.
And then, yeah, and then, you know, there's more utility spells and whatnot. Maybe, I don't know, purify food and drink and something. And then suddenly, there is a need on the very last day on that plane. An attempt was made to cast Shield of Faith.
Okay.
An attempt was made to cast it again. An attempt was made to cast a smite, to lay on hands, to,
Okay.
and then hell.
And then there's just a break.
And none of those spells worked.
Sure, why not? There's like a big, like, fucking failed next to each of these, and their timestamps. Because that's one of those things, too. Like, as a paladin or a cleric, it's literally a requirement that your spell has a connection to the god that grants you the power, right? So if it's a failed connection, then it doesn't work.
Right. And I think he's just trying to, like, gets all his, like, tugging on his shirt, like,
read the tentacle spells. Read them.
What does this mean? And I'm sorry, what? Oh.
Click. And then just
I will tell you when you're older. Wow. I think I fought for my life, like really fought for my life, and just beefed it. And I don't understand because my spells work here, but I don't know where I was or what I was doing. I don't know what this means.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused as to why we're all here too. Like, I can't imagine me losing a fight. I mean, and then he'll just like look to you, but like I'm sorry, man. Do you want a hug? Do you need to be alone? You want to process?
No, long past processing it. We're in hell. I feel like there's something greater going on here, and I don't understand it. And I don't know if understanding it'll make it better, but there had to have been a reason that we ended up at that prison.
I feel that. I remember my dad always had a really awesome quote from a philosopher that was the only thing I know for a fact is that I don't know anything at all. And I just subscribe to that notion because it's who knows what, why, anything. So I feel you.
Surprisingly insightful.
Weirdly profound.
Yeah, thanks. As he looks down his shirt and I'm like
Hey, I've got boobies. Just oh my god. Well, hopefully you found some of the answers you were looking for. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Is there anything else you'd like to see in the Athenium?
Yes, there is.
Oh. What is it,
The
Cases?
woman who's in charge.
Oh. Well. Again, no one's ever found that book.
Well, how would we go about finding it? And I would like to use my card.
Uh-huh. So, what is the wording of your question?
Where is her book? Well, okay, wait. This is me being dumb because I'm forgetting her name. Wait, no, okay. Wait. What? Somebody remind me of her name really quick. Cecilius. I keep wanting calling her, because it's the Lillian domain. Okay. Where can I find Cecilius's book of magic in the Athenium?
Big Noodle cocks his head and looks at you. No one's ever found the... His eyes go wide and then white. And another voice speaks through him. Oh, it's been some time. I've made contact with more of your kind before, but it's good to see that there are others that are fighting. You can find her blasted book at the top of the Athenium. Yes, there is an end. though it grows ever further every day. You'll have to climb the tower inside. Find your way amongst the celestial bodies there, and locate the vault. Inside is her book, waiting there. Should you take it, you will greatly weaken her. His eyes come back. There's no way to get to her book. No one knows how to get there. No one knows where it is.
Not nobody, not know how.
Ain't nobody know nothing, know how.
Oh, we go to the top of the Athenium, past the celestial bodies, into the vault.
There's a what? Who? What now?
Casus looks at Kaya. I know that might sound like a fool's errand compared to everything else that's going on right now, but I think it's the best thing for us to do.
I actually quite agree with you. I think this is exactly the piece on the board that we need to assert control of the situation.
What are you talking about? How do you... What's going on here?
Can you guide us up?
Yeah, okay, so, I'm just gonna be honest with you because you've helped us so much. Yeah, your eyes, they turned white, and it seemed like some sort of entity was speaking through you.
Oh. Oh, that's odd.
Something
Yeah.
about others looking to fight or something like that.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Up. Well, I quite pride myself on having been up to the 3rd floor. But I have been no further than that.
Well, if you could at least take us to the 3rd floor, and then we'll find our own way from there.
Well, if you're going higher, I'm going with you.
If you want to.
Well, I've never seen what's beyond there, and in my few hundred cycles here on this plane, maybe it's time for a little bit of adventure. All right, sure. I may not be as strong as I used to be, but I can, I can certainly try. Well, do you have everything you need? Because the last time I went to the 3rd floor, it took me 3 days to get there.
I mean, I'm sure we can pack provisions super quick.
I'll also let you know that time works differently in here. This is its own place. It has its own rules. Just be ready.
Are these rules stable?
I don't know. All I know is I went up there. I came back down and, well, not everything was the same. Just be ready for anything, I think. And if there's anything that we need to get, we should do it now.
Is there anything that anybody thinks we need to do before we go?
Well, I'm gonna need my backpack.
Right, of course.
I'm
We'll get bags.
gonna go to the house and grab my things and...
We'll get bags, food. I should get Pip. Anybody else need anything?
Oh, these upper floors, they wouldn't happen to be ramp accessible.
I think you'll find that when I say up, it's a little... Oh, goodness. There's no stairs. But we will be going up.
Like,
Okay.
flying?
No. Yeah, oh, goodness, it's
Maybe
so
like
hard to
we're
explain.
moving forward, or it feels like we're moving forward, but we're really.
Yes, that's what it is.
Oh.
Think of a long, long hallway, ever changing and shifting and moving. But you'll be going up.
That's fine. I was just asking because I hate stairs.
Oh, well, fortunately,
The angles.
the
poke
only
into me.
stairs are the marble ones in front of us here. If you look up and you see all those rings and rings of floors, not accessible by stairs, weirdly enough. So, I'm gonna go get my backpack then. Anyone want anything from the house? A particular need for tea? Oh, Kaya, yes.
Do you happen to have thieves' tools and a shield?
Thieves' tools? Hey, you think I'm some kind of thief?
I misspoke. Tinkerer's tools.
Oh, I do have quite a few different sets of tinkerer's tools, that's for sure. Yes, of course. And a shield? Now, what need would a wizard have for a shield?
My dear friend, I am more than just your simple wizard.
Oh, well, I'll see what I can do.
Also get an herbalism kit that could potentially be helpful in there.
Herbal? Well, I'll have you know I'm quite into the herbs.
It's dissonant herbs.
Pretty
Oh,
popular.
Big Noodle can
Bring
hang,
those.
huh?
Some of that gnome leaf.
All right.
It's a pretty popular pastime once you're dead.
But also like the healing ones would be great.
Oh! Well, some say they can be quite healing.
Just bring all of your herbs. It's fine.
All of the herbs and spices?
Why not?
Oh, fantastic. We'll do a little cooking, maybe.
At least 23 of them.
23 herbs and spices. Right.
They changed their recipe.
It may take me a little. You're welcome to hang around here.
Do you happen to have a gun?
A what?
Please?
A what
This
now?
isn't America, little girl.
I need a gun.
A what now? What's
Like a Glock
June?
or a
A
Desert
June?
Eagle or something. Please.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I'm
Figured
sorry.
I'd just try asking.
How do you even spell that? J-U-N? Gun?
That's it.
Alright. Anything else? A Big Noodle, the errand boy today.
Bring a crowbar.
What the fuck is happening?
Listen, I don't
Go
have
to the
a
hardware store.
backpack of shit anymore. I don't have 10 pitons or a tinder
Hey,
box or...
do you want a
Yeah, no
backpack?
50 feet of rope.
Yes.
I can
I don't
get
have
you
no
a bag.
rope.
I can get
Yeah.
you a backpack, it's fine.
Please?
Yeah, alright. Yeah, give me a couple hours, maybe. Collect everything and shuffle over
Case
there.
just like pulls up some gold and get yourself something nice on the way back.
Gold-
You know,
gold
a
does not
snack.
Oh, yeah, so gold doesn't work here, but that's fine. I'll take some of those other shiny, silvery Tesirwin coins.
Oh yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
all right,
yes, yes, yes.
fantastic. Okay. And he hops off the little chair he's sitting on and shuffles away. You realize this could take a while.
Cases, make sure you report that to our broker.
I actually I summon Pip because yeah, just a cat.
It's just a
He's
cat
a flaming
standing.
cat.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a belly as a cat, right? And he stands on like his hind legs, just straight up and down.
I lift his little paws. I'm like, okay, so we have some more things that we need to write off on our taxes, okay? Get to work. We're getting an extra backpack, 50 more feet of rope. 50 feet of rope. Yeah. Herbalism kit, additional herbs, but write those off as a medical expense. Stupid joke.
Oh god, is there anything that you guys would like to do in the intervening amount of time before Big Noodle returns from his errand trip?
I want to learn a tentacle spell.
Okay. The Masters of Tentacles spellbook is delivered to you.
Wondrous item.
Yes. I think it's called Evard's Tentacles. Evard's Black Tentacles.
Kaya, if you wanted
Means
to
they're larger.
Tangle, like I know Entangle, if you were very interested.
Evard's Black Tentacles. Squirming ebony tentacles fill a 20-foot square on the ground that you can see within range. For the duration, they turn the ground into difficult terrain. When they enter it, they take some bludgeoning damage and can get restrained.
Yeah, you can.
It is a 4th level conjuration spell.
I copied that shit down.
All right, you can honestly type that in and click and drag from Roll20.
Sweet. And to Casus, Kaya says, "Oh, yes, I am quite interested in seeing your magical prowess." Okay, so I can't fucking not smile, but Kaya is like more poker face than I am, okay?
Yeah. Do you mean like I like point to I point to the tentacle books and then I point to my book.
Oh, all of it.
Oh. Well. According to this, I just learned how to do I see all these pages that are empty. That's all my other magical history. So if you want to just, I like hand the book over.
Yeah, I look at the book and I say, precisely. Wouldn't you like to discover what the boundaries are? How far you can go? What you might be able to rediscover?
I mean, being able to know what was redacted would be nice. I feel like that's I mean, if you look here, this is where celestial dates start. So whatever happened in redacted has to contribute to my being here. So yeah,
Precisely.
I would like to figure out what's
She will very gently close the book and hand it back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Keep this close.
Kaya, as your frenemy, I suppose, I do want to point out, considering what you have done so far, what you just said might have sounded innocent to cases, but that sounds very creepy to me.
Well, Skithris, we are in hell, and we seem to have made an enemy with one of the literal 3 owners of this very plane. I think whatever weapons, whatever tools we can find, we must absolutely utilize them to the best.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I'm just saying the manner in which you described things was creepy.
Oh, well, you are entitled to your opinion.
I mean, she is a floating.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
You look like her right now.
No.
You don't look
No,
like that.
she don't
No,
look like
yeah.
it right now, but you
It's absolutely fucking creepy if a floating skull head said that, but it's a little cuter than that right now.
It's a little cuter, just a very stretched out goblin.
But like
The goblin
hot,
is just getting put
right?
through a
Like in a
pasta
hot way.
presser.
So I can't remember what game it is. There are these like elves that are like really long. Oh, it's
Divinity. Original
Divinity.
Sin?
Yes. Yeah.
Really
That's
long
the best
sword.
one.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
had said that, I would know exactly what
Okay,
you're
I
talking
couldn't
about.
remember what it
Yeah,
can't
I
remember.
got you now. I got you.
But they do kind of look like stretched out goblins a
They
little bit.
really do. But,
Yeah,
but
okay.
like really hot.
Yes, so that is
Yeah.
what Kaya is right now.
Wow. All right.
That and just the visuals of this group, incredible,
I know.
immaculate.
And then Getsall will go to Daros and be like, "Hey, Daros, I need a huge favor, man. Are you emotionally okay?"
God.
Yeah, I'm just Googling elves and Divinity Original Sin. Go on.
I forgot that they eat dead
Flesh.
Oh, what the?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
that's
flesh
Ew.
eaters, and they can
Oh, they're
reclaim the
weird.
memories of the
Yeah.
flesh they eat.
Yup.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so
Oh.
cool.
Metal. It's so
They're
metal.
so cool.
I'll have to play that game. Oh my god.
It's
Oh, they
Oh,
are
yes.
long though.
Yeah.
Why are they so long? Anyway,
We could just talk the next 30
Yeah,
minutes about
no,
Divinity Original Sin 2.
welcome to our Divinity Original Sin 2 podcast. Today's episode, Long Elves.
Smash or pass.
You wait. I just realized. Wood elves, high elves,
Oh.
long elves.
Wow.
Our long
I guess
elves
the long
just
elves are probably the same
really
as the
high.
dark elves.
They're just
though.
really high. Oh,
Like they're
no.
just really high up. Like there's high elves and higher elves. Anyway,
We've lost the plot. What are we doing?
that's all. You were asking me a question about the game we're fucking playing. What was it?
He'll essentially be like, hey, are you like emotionally like okay? Because I need like a huge favor.
Yeah, absolutely. How can I help?
Yeah, so like Pip and I are like working on this dance choreography, but Pip feels like it would be better if like there was a third member, and I don't feel like Kaya or Casis or Skithers can like fit that role, you know. So like I was wondering if you might want to like step in.
Gets all. I'm flattered.
Perfect. I think
don't
that's yes.
want to
That's
say
like-
no to him.
Cat
It just
Pip,
turns around
like,
and just-
moonwalks past you with a hat on, just like all the yeah.
All right, let's take it from the top. As
It does look like it needs a third.
Fuck. Will. He's just gonna. I'm flattered, and then he's gonna go to like the curator or whoever we were talking
The
to.
elf man's behind us. Oh yes. Hello.
When you said release
yes.
the book about the Celestial,
Indeed. I still have it here if you would like me to.
can I
Go through it with
just look at it with you?
Yes. Ooh. It's a bit. You are friends of Big Noodle, but I could really get into trouble. And are you sure there's not just some information I can try finding it? I know it's frustrating, but
I just need you to line up the dates of my last day and their last day and tell me if they match.
all right. What's the date say? And you like read out the
Yeah,
prime material
that
date
one.
of the last day. Sure.
Yeah.
Just flipping through it. Oh, well, it seems this Lenore is still active. The dates do change. Using celestial date. There was a time when they were on the prime material plane, yes.
And is that time roughly around?
Yes, it does seem that it matches quite. There are quite a few people on the prime material plane, though. You know.
Okay.
But yes, the dates do seem to match. It seems to be casting right now, actually. He kind of just
Okay.
like he like shows you. There's like the celestial date pops up, and some lay on hands had happened.
I have a feeling I understand what happened.
All right.
Gets
Okay.
all. How about that dance number?
oh yeah. And then he like guides him over, but you just gotta warn you, Pip's a tyrant. So like, but you know what? It gets results. It's what we need to do to be. We don't want to be good. We want to be great.
We'll be great with the best dance crew on this side of the
Exactly.
prime material plane, baby.
There's just like parts where Pip like makes you two like Pip's like standing waiting for you two,
Yeah.
and like if you mess up even a single hand, he's like,
He's like, I'm sorry.
Can we practice it over there, away from people?
You're right. People should pay for this performance. They should like be able to see
Yeah,
it, give
that's
us money for it.
Yes, that's exactly where I was going with this.
Yeah, it's good that you're on our dance crew because your hips immaculate. You got great features. We're working with good stuff.
Go ahead.
Daros
And
just puts his head down and flushed,
Gets-
flushed, and just like walks. Just
Getzel and Daros, go ahead and roll me performance checks for your
fuck's
dance
sake.
practice.
Wait, can I help?
How?
So Kaya, in the spirit of seeing like this going on, she cracks a smile and she's gonna cast Minor Illusion, where I can use an action to basically do like the beating of drums, and I'm basically like gonna make a beat that really helps them, like, you know, set a beat for them to practice to.
I will also cast Prestidigitation to make faint musical notes play.
Okay, I need. You know what? I
didn't want anybody to be around this, but I guess everybody knows we're doing this.
Liv, did you
Oh,
just
we're
post the
walking up.
entire block for Wild Shape?
Listen,
That is 7 paragraphs.
Listen, what I'm trying to do, don't you worry about it. Even if
Daros
it shows up on your feed.
Okay. Daros purposely wanted to go away from people for this, but Daros, it looks like they followed. And they are
Sick.
now playing music and doing beats. All right, Skithris and Kai, I need performance checks from both of you for your magical help.
Crap.
What? Mine just like a do, do, do.
Yeah, perform.
Are you kidding me?
Perform! Perform!
18.
Yeah, you're carrying this so far. Also, Getzel, you get to roll again because you're getting some help. In the form of a beat. Wow, that's a 4
One
and
better.
a 3, so one better. Pip is not happy with Getzel's performance, but Daros, you know what? For the first time doing the dance, you're getting it. And, yeah.
I'm the heart of the team. I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I mean, listen, not to like show my ass as a K-pop fan, you're definitely the visuals, okay? You are the center, you're the visuals. You're here to look pretty. You don't sing, you don't dance, you just look good, honey.
Does Cassis say this to Kitzel?
Is there
It's
there's a
because-
place for me in a K-pop
'cause-
band? Wow, that's
'cause-
incredible.
Because he's like in the bathroom crying after Pip like said, like
Yeah, he's just like goes and just like, well, you know, there was this touring music group in my village that would stop by, and there was one member who, I'm pretty sure, just pretended to play the guitar, and he was very handsome. And you remind me of that person? Yeah.
I'm just
Thank you.
imagining Pip as like Randy Jackson or something from American Idol. It's like, I don't know, dog. It's enough for me, dog.
Pip's definitely the leader of the group. Also, that's not exactly what a visual is, but there is a position that is essentially like, you're the pretty one, you're the visuals, and I
Fucking love that.
That's great.
Can we do that in the U.S. and then I just get picked up for something like that?
You
Those
still
are boy
have to
bands.
sing and dance.
Oh, you
still
just
have
said they
to
didn't
sing.
have to.
No, I was exaggerating. You
Oh.
do have to sing and dance.
Shit. Well, I'm out. All right. The dance practice goes okay. Does this proceed the entire time before Big Noodle gets back? All right. Okay. Big Noodle returns eventually. Back to the section. Does everyone return the books as well, like in the intervening time?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to hold on to it?
I'm gonna hold on to mine.
Okay.
We're allowed to keep our own spell books, right?
Not real. They are property of the Athenium, so you would have to check it out, and
But
then
that's if
you
we're
could have
taking
it.
it out of the Athenium. We're not leaving the Athenium. We're just traveling deeper into it.
Mhm. So you go up to the clerk and start making this argument. Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I want to help by looking really hot next to cases.
I've never seen an elf so tall.
I
You're
am
so long.
long.
You're so long.
Okay.
Those ears, those legs, those arms, everything's so long.
My hair, my dress.
The length.
Persuasion.
18. He goes,
Let's go.
do you suppose that makes sense? Well,
We're not leaving. We're not checking it out.
can I? That's true. Where are you going?
Into the. We're exploring the Athenium. So
Explore.
we'll still be within the building.
Without
And Big Noodle will be with us.
Yes.
Oh, good. I was going to say, exploring the Athenium without a guide is a terrible idea.
Well, we do know where we're going.
Oh, all right. Yes, just be sure to return it. Dropbox is right here. And he points to something that says return books here, and just like, and yes, I suppose that's all right. Just try not to damage them in any way. They are quite literally priceless. And yeah,
course.
he allows you to keep the books. Big Noodle eventually returns, and he's just carrying way too much stuff for his gnomish body. And he starts giving away like all the things that you had asked for until it comes to like what Kaya needed. And he's like, well, I couldn't find a shield, but I got this barrel lid and I attached a couple of straps to it. It should function pretty well. He hands that to you. And then you said gun, but I thought maybe you said gum, so I whipped up a little bit of chewing gum for you. And he hands you a
I'll take
package of chewing gum that he has
I'm
made.
adding that to my inventory.
Perfect.
Chewing
Now
gum.
the herbs, I've got an herb kit here, and hands it over to Cases.
Thank you.
Didn't have much in the way of healing herbs, but all of the tools are there, mortar or pestle and things like that should be usable. And Kaya, your tinker's tools, well, I gave you my extra set. It's in the backpack.
Yay.
There's a crowbar in there as well. I had to go purchase one, but, you know, we got one now. And the rope. It's all in there.
Thank you.
So, are we ready to, delve?
Wouldn't it be a scent?
Won't know until we try.
You'll understand what I mean when we get going.
Oh, it doesn't bode well.
Yeah. All right. He satchels up on his backpack here. Well, without further ado, then. You did return all of your books, right?
Yes.
Good. Yep. All right, fantastic. Let's go! And he is going to lead you into the Athenium. Not going up, but just past the desk and into the stacks behind it. And honestly, I think that's the best place for us to end right now because it is a perfectly good stopping point. Delving into the Athenium. So in 2 weeks' time, we'll see how that goes. And I appreciate everyone being here, all the love and support from you all at home. We're going to do some shout outs and then we will call it a show. Up at the top, joining us once again, thankfully. Living a day, playing Cases. Please, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter, at livinaday, INADAY. I'm Liv, it's a day, I'm living it. I'm also known as the award-winning podcaster Liv. Basically just like they did awards for my Masks Actual Pay podcast, and a bunch of us got awards, including the podcast itself. So
Nice.
you should listen to Super
Congratulations.
Idols, Super Idols RPG, wherever you get podcasts. You can also find it on YouTube. Drac from Crimson is on there too, and we just had an episode come out this week, so it's really, really good. But otherwise, if you want to catch me streaming, just follow me on Twitter. I put out announcements, so that's usually the best place.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Playing Kaya, the one and only Stella Luna. Where can we find you on the internet?
Hi, hello. I'm Stella Luna here on Twitch. I'm Stella Luna TV on YouTube and all the other social media. I will be having a very special episode of Unbound tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Draconix is going to be our guest star, so if you want to come and see them, they'll be with us in our super saucy Godslaying campaign. And also on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time is the second episode of our 3-shot mini-series of Urban Shadows 2. That is emceed by the Noir Enigma, and it is super fucking funny. You should come check it out. It is really, really awesome. And I just want to say that I missed having the whole party here. I'm so glad that we got to play. Thank you for being here. Kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah. That's me.
Thank you very much. Playing Skithris, MTG6. Justin, please, where can we find you on the internet?
Hello, you can find me in the garbage can.
True.
But really, you can find me on Twitter, MTG6, as well as my YouTube, same name. On my Twitter, I finally set up a link tree so you can find literally everything there. But otherwise, I make magic content on my YouTube channel. I also stream here on Twitch, 6 Streaming, which is Saturdays, magic stuff, Sundays, anything else I want. Been playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently. Also just got into Storybook Brawl because someone told me to, and like, I already had, there's so many games, and I have like 0 time to play all of them.
I feel this.
Curses.
I feel this. Yes.
Dude, why do we have to sleep, man? That's 8 hours wasted.
I know! It absolutely is.
I mean, for me, it's like 9.5, 10 hours because I got to sleep. But yeah, you can find me in those places. If you're looking for me in other places like Instagram, all that stuff, check out my link tree in my Twitter.
Thank you. Playing Daros. bonus_stage_Rob. Where can we find you on the internet?
Hey, that's me. You can find me on Twitter at bonus_stage_Rob. You can find me on Instagram at bonus_stage_Rob. And you can find me here on Twitch when I get off my ass and stream, which will probably be next week because I got nowhere to be. So yeah, I feel like just general stupidity and cool bisexual vacation dad vibes. You know where to find me. It's twitch.tv/bonus that one. bonus_stage_Rob. Fuck it. I'm sick.
Well done, dude. Playing Get Soul. Oh, God. Our little chaos goblin himself. That_D'Angelo. D'Angelo, where can we find you on the internet?
Hey everyone, my name is D'Angelo Murillo, and you can find me on all social medias at that_D'Angelo. I am a game designer, a writer, and an event organizer, always trying to do tabletop RPG events to bring more inclusion, diversity, and also contribute to like charity, like create charity events and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, trying to help out our community as much as I can.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, chat at home. I do appreciate it. Yeah, next Tuesday is Team Auric, Team Crimson next Thursday, and we're back. We're back to regularly scheduled programming after the holidays, and we hope to keep it up as well as possible. So thanks for the support and the love, and until next time, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.